Good morning, students. So, today we are going to discuss polynomials. So, the chapter number is 2 in CBSE. So, the chapter name is chapter 2, polynomials. Polynomials. Already in previous classes, we know very well. So, what is meant by monomial? You know monomial, binomial, trinomial, and more than three terms, then it is called as multinomial. So, what is meant by first of all, you can reason poly plus nomial. You can write it as poly. Second one is nomial. Poly means the meaning of poly is many. Meaning of the poly is many, and the meaning of nomials is terms. Now, the meaning of the polynomial is the combination of many terms. The combination of many terms. Here you can know what is meant by term. An expression with any coefficient is called as polynomial. Suppose an expression contains one term. An expression contains one term, then it is called as monomial. For example, 2x squared. This is the monomial. Why? Because an expression contains only one term. So an expression contains, but what is meant by binomial? So binomial means, so bi means two. An expression contains only two terms. An expression contains only two terms, then it is called as binomial. So 2x squared plus 2. Here how many terms are there? So two terms are there. So an expression, this is an expression contains two terms, then it is called as binomial. Comes to the trinomial. So an tri means three. An expression contains three terms, then it is called as trinomial. Suppose example 2x square plus x plus 2x square plus x plus 2. Now here you can see this is monomial, binomial. These all monomial, binomial, trinomial, these all are also polynomials. That means a polynomial means more than a term and more than one term. An expression contains one term or more than one term is called as polynomial. Example, suppose we can write as x power 10 plus x power 9 plus x power 8. So this is also a polynomial. So actually we are calling how many terms? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Three terms are there. So we are calling it as a polynomial. No problem. Whatever it may be, it is polynomial, binomial, trinomial, monomial, whatever it may be. So then it is called, each and every expression is called as a polynomial. So first of all, once again listen, polynomial means the combination of many terms. Now comes to the next next concept, standard form. Standard form of a polynomial. First of all, a polynomial of variable x. Here, polynomial of variable x. So this x represents the entire expression must be in x, term x only. The entire expression term must be in x only. Suppose for example, p of x equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 1. Here what is the variable? Here variable is x. So that's why here there is no y, z, whatever, there is no other variable. Here only one variable, that is x. So that's why polynomial of x. That means this entire expression contains only one variable, that is x. Suppose here you can come to the standard formula. P of x is equals to a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 plus and so on an. Nothing but x power n minus n. X power n minus n. Finally, you can write it as a0 a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 plus and so on. Here x power n minus n means x power 0. x power 0. So anything power 0 equals to 1. Already we know that's 1. Anything power 0 equals to 1. So that means here you can write x power 0 equals to 1. X power 0 equals to 1. So 1 into an equals to, you can write it as given. Now finally you can write p of x is equals to. So this is the standard form of the polynomial. Standard form of the polynomial. Here you can see the degree of the variable. Here in these polynomials you must concentrate on variable only. Variable only. Don't go for constant values. You concentrate on only variable. So here n minus 1. Here the values, I mean the degree of the polynomial is whatever it may be, ascending order or descending order. It must follow any one order. Is it clear? So the polynomial of the degree of the polynomial, I mean the degree of the variable, sorry, not the degree of the variable must be is in ascending order or descending order. You can arrange ascending order or descending order. Then we are able to solve the problem simply. Simply we are going to solve. Suppose here A0, A1, A2 and so on, An are real numbers. An are real numbers. And here, what is the variable? Variable is equals to x only. Variable equals to x only. Now, suppose for example, here you can see an example. I am going to write few examples. Here you can see now 2x square example. You can see in this example 2x square is equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 5. Here what is the degree 2 and here what is the degree 1. Here what is the degree 0. Now this must be ascending order or descending order. It must be follow any one order. Here degree is 2 x square, x power 1 and x power 0. So finally the degree, the degree of the polynomial is 0, then this polynomial is called as constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. Suppose here you can see now 5x power 0. Here what is the degree? 0. Degree of the polynomial is 0. So then this value is called 5 into x power 0. Anything power 0 equals to 1. That's equals to 5. So that's why this one is called as a degree of, constant polynomial. The degree of the polynomial is 0. The degree of the polynomial is 0. We can call it as a constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. Suppose let us go for a few more examples. Here you can see now. So already we completed x power 9 plus x power 8 plus x power 4 plus x. So this is polynomial or not? Here you can observe the degree of the variable must be follow any one order. Here 9, 8, 4 and then 1 is there. So there is no between numbers. So 9, 8, then you can write it as x power 9 plus x power 8 plus x power 0 into x power 7. Why? Because 0 into anything equals to 0 plus 0 into x power 6 plus 0 into x power 5 plus 0 into, x power 4 is there. Like this you can the remaining. Is it clear? So now you can see 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suppose similarly x power 100 plus 5. This polynomial or not? Yes, it is a polynomial. Why? Because it contains only two terms. Contains only two terms. It is also binomial as well as polynomial also. Is it clear? Now comes to the types of polynomials. Okay, few more things, Anna. Few more things I want to discuss with you. So types of polynomials. Before going to types of polynomials, which are not a polynomial? Which are not a polynomials? Which are not a polynomials? Which are polynomials? Which are not a polynomials and which are polynomials? Here you can see now. So in this polynomial, when you are listening the word polynomial, you must concentrate on variable x. Whatever x, y, z, you concentrate on variable only. Here you can see Suppose first one is the negative exponent. The negative exponent of the variable. When the variable having negative exponent, so that implies x power minus 1. Negative exponent, that means negative integer, negative integer. The variable contains a negative exponent, then this one can be written as 1 by x. Or the variable is in denominator. Then this is not a polynomial. Once again, listen, this is condition 1. The variable having negative exponent. Then you can write, suppose x power minus 1. A power minus 1 equals to 1 by a. Already you know that formulas. So 1 by x. When the variable is in denominator, then this, in other words, when the variable is in denominator, then this one is not a polynomial. Case 2 now. When the variable having fractional exponent. Suppose root x, you can write it as x power 1 by 2. Root x can be written as x power 1 by 2. Here you can see the variable contains fractional exponent. X power 1 by 2 we can write it as root value. The variable having square root, cube root, whatever it may be. The variable is in root, square root, or whatever it may be, root value. Then these two are also, this is not also a polynomial. Here two conditions are there. First one is the variable contains negative exponents. The variable having negative exponent, or this one is equals to the variable having variable is in denominator. This case is not a polynomial. And second case is root x. That means the variable having fractional exponent. So nothing but a root value. So in these two cases, the expression is not a polynomial. Remaining all cases are polynomial. Remaining all expressions are polynomials. Is it clear? Only two cases only. These are not a polynomials. Sorry. Remaining all cases, these are polynomials. Is it clear? Now, next concept comes the types of polynomials. In a polynomial, so many types are there. The types of polynomials may be decided into the degree of the polynomial. First of all, what is meant by a degree? The highest exponent of the variable. Is called as degree of the polynomial. Suppose here you can see first one is linear polynomial. What is meant by a linear means what? Linear means 1. Here you can concentrate on this linear. Linear means 1. The degree of the polynomial is 1. Then those polynomials are called as linear polynomials. What is the standard form of a linear polynomial? ax plus b. So how many degrees are there? And what is the degree? 1. So here you can observe what is degree of the polynomial is equals to the number of zeros of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial is equals to the number of zeros of the polynomial. Here you can write now degree equals to number of zeros. Degree of the polynomial equals to number of zeros. These two are here. What is the degree? 1. Then how many zeros are there? 1 0. So then here you can write x is equals to minus b by u. Then comes to the quadratic polynomial. Here quadra means, already we know that quadratic means the degree of the polynomial is 2. degree of the polynomial is 2, then those polynomials are called as quadratic polynomial. So what is meant by quadratic polynomial? The degree of the polynomial is 2, then the polynomials are called as quadratic polynomial. Suppose the example ax square plus bx plus, this is the standard form of the quadratic polynomial. Later we can discuss about the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Is it clear? First of all, what is its degree? Highest exponent. What is its highest exponent? 2. So that's why. So this degree is 2. Then these polynomials are called as. Suppose we can write 2x square plus 3x plus 5. Already we written this example. 2x square plus 3x plus 5. This is also a quadratic polynomial. If it is a quadratic polynomial, how many zeros are there? Number of zeros of the quadratic polynomial. How many? What is the degree of the quadratic polynomial? 2. So in any polynomial, the degree represents the number of zeros of the polynomial. Both are equal. The degree of the polynomial is equals to the number of zeros of the polynomial. Here how many? 2. So the quadratic polynomial, number of zeros equals to 2, and then degree equals to 2. Then comes to the third one. Third polynomial, cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. What is meant by cubic polynomial? Cube means, already we know that very well. The cubic polynomial means as well as the degree of the polynomial is 3. The degree of the polynomial is 3. Then it is called as cubic polynomial. So number of zeros of the cubic polynomial 3 only. Why? Because its degree is 3 as well as number of zeros also 3. Here you can write standard form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus t. Here, what is its degree? 3. The number of zeros, and then fourth one, biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial means bi means 2. Already quadra means 2. 2 into 2, 4. The degree of the polynomial is 4. Then those polynomials are called as biquadratic polynomials. Once again, biquadra means the degree of the polynomial is 4. Then those polynomials are called as biquadratic polynomials. Here you can see example of ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. Is it clear now? Types of polynomials. Once again, I want to recall all those types of the polynomials. First one is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means the degree of the polynomial is 1. The degree of the polynomial is 1. Then those polynomials are called as linear polynomials. And then what is its degree? 1. The number of zeros equals to 1. What is its standard form? ax plus b. Then comes to the second one, quadratic polynomial. What is meant by quadratic polynomial? Quadratic polynomial means, so what is the degree of the quadratic polynomial? 2. The polynomial which contains the degree is 2, then those polynomials are called as quadratic polynomials. And then what is the standard form? ax square plus bx plus c. And the number of zeros of the quadratic polynomial is 2. Comes to the cubic polynomial as well as, so the polynomial which contains the polynomial degree is 3, then those polynomials are called as cubic polynomial. And then standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Then comes to the fourth one, biquadratic polynomial. Bi means 2. Quadratic, already quadratic means 2. So 2 into 2, 4. The degree of the polynomial is 4. Then those polynomials are called as biquadratic polynomials. Now, what is the number of zeros of the biquadratic polynomial is 4. The number of zeros also, degree is 4. Then number of zeros also 4. So here you can see ax power 4, bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus ce. This is the types of the polynomial. So many types of there. According to your CBSE textbooks, 3 up to degree 3. That means cubic polynomial is f. Is it clear? Now, what is meant by 0 of the polynomial? 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial. What is meant by 0 of the polynomial? 0 of the polynomial. Suppose p of x is equals to, that means polynomial of x is equals to, so 2x square plus 2x square minus 2. 2x square minus 2. Here you can observe 0 of the polynomial. When you are getting 0, so at that time, which value you can substitute instead of x? Here you can substitute one value, whatever it may be, one value instead of x. Finally, you are getting p of x equals to 0. That means this value is equals to 0, or this value is p of x equal this value is equals to 0. Suppose here you can also substitute p of 1 instead of x. You can substitute 1 instead of x. You can substitute 1. So 2 into 1 square minus 2. 2 into 1 square minus 2. So p of 1 is equals to 2 into 1 square 1 minus 2. So p of 1 is equals to 0. So that means p of 1 equals to 0 means here 1 is called 0 of the polynomial. Here 1 is called 0 of the polynomial. I am going to repeat one more example now. So p of x is equals to 3x plus 6. 3x plus 6. Here you can take 3x plus 6. Suppose what is meant by 0 of the polynomial? If it is you can substitute any one constant value instead of x. Then finally when you are getting p of x equals to 0, then that substituting constant value is called as 0 of the polynomial. Here you can substitute p of minus 2. Here you can substitute minus 2 instead of x. So 3 into minus 2 plus 6. So 3 into 2, 6, so minus 6 plus 6 is equals to 0. So p of 2 equals to 0. Then minus 2 is 0 of the polynomial 3x plus 6. Is it clear now? Are you clear about 0 of the polynomial? Are you clear? 0 of the polynomial. Next one comes to next one, 0 of the polynomial. Next one comes to next topic. Suppose graph comes to the graph of the polynomial, quadratic polynomial. Graph of linear polynomial is straight line. Suppose for example, here you can see this is x axis, this is y axis, and this is x axis, and this is y axis. So the linear polynomial, the graph of the linear polynomial should be intersect x axis at only one point, whatever it may be. X axis intersect at only one point. The graph of the linear polynomial intersects x axis at one point only. Then only it is a linear polynomial. Is it clear, students? Then comes to the quadratic polynomial. Then comes to the second one, quadratic polynomial. Here how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. Quadratic polynomial means we know already. So 2 zeros are there. Here you can see now this is x axis and y axis. X and y axis. Now here linear polynomial means 1 0. Then how many points intersecting with x axis? Only 1 point. Here 2 points, and then it must be in a shape of parabola. Nothing but a U-shaped curve. Downward parabola or upward parabola, whatever it may be. Okay, U-shaped curve. Downward parabola or upward parabola. Here you can see now, suppose example like this. How many times it can be intersected? 2 times. The number of zeros equals to 2. So by seeing graph, how many zeros are there? Only 1 zero. How many zeros are there? Only 2 zeros. That means the graph of the polynomial intersects x-axis how many times? That many zeros are there. Directly only one statement. The x-axis intersect by the graph at how many points? That many zeros are there. Then comes to the cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. How many zeros? 3. What is its degree? 3. Then you can draw x-axis and y-axis. So how many zeros? I mean cubic polynomial means 3. Then you can it will be intersects x-axis at 3 times. It intersects x-axis at 3 times. 1. This is 2, and then this is 3. Biquadra means 4 times. Biquadra means 4 times. Are you clear about the graph of the polynomial? What is mean? I mean the number of zeros of the linear polynomial is 1, and then it shows a straight line and a graph line. It intersects x-axis at only one point. Then comes to the quadratic polynomial. It shows what is the graph of the quadratic polynomial is parabola. Quadratic polynomial graph is parabola. It looks like a U-shaped curve, upward parabola and then downward parabola. So here you can see how many times it can intersect? 2 times. Comes to the cubic polynomial. How many times it can intersect? 3 times. That's why number of zeros equals to 3. Is it clear now? Okay. Now you can see your textbooks. I think if you have any textbooks, means open your textbooks. See now in your textbooks. So work out exercise 2.1. Exercise 2.1. Exercise 2.1. The first graph is this is x-axis and y-axis. This is so here how many number? What is that question number? The graph y equals to p of x given in 2.10 below. For some polynomials p of x, find the number of zeros of the p of x in each case. This is the given graph. This is the graph, and this one is x-axis and y-axis. This is the graph. How many zeros are there? How many zeros are there? What is our concept? If how many times how many times the graph intersecting x-axis, that many zeros are there. Here this is the graph. Any intersecting point with x-axis? No. So that means number of zeros equals to 0. There is no intersecting point with the graph. Number of zeros equals to 0. Then comes the second graph. Second one. Like this. So this one is x-axis and y-axis, and this is the graph. How many zeros are there? Number of zeros equals to 1. Number of zeros equals to 1. And then third one. Here you can see now. Here how many? This is x-axis and this is y-axis. How many times it can intersect? 1, 2, and then 3. Then how many number of zeros are there? 3. Is it clear? Like that, you can complete the remaining problems in this work. You can complete the remaining problems in this work. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, I think so. Very nice. One workout completed in polynomials. Now comes to the suppose comes to the next. Before going to next workout, we want to discuss a few things. Okay, I am going to end my class.